She laughed in my face and said, "It's just Tinder. You're overreacting." But when I calmly asked to see her phone, her smile vanished. 10 minutes later, she was crying, admitting she only spent one night with him. So I pointed to the door and said, "Then that's where you'll sleep tonight." I never thought I'd be the kind of guy checking Tinder behind his girlfriend's back. It wasn't something I wanted to do. But when your gut keeps whispering that something's wrong, eventually, you listen. It started with small things. Her texting more than usual, tilting her phone away, laughing at stuff she wouldn't explain. When I'd ask, she'd brush me off like I was being clingy. "It's just memes," she'd say, or, "You don't know him, he's just from work." Then one night, my friend Jared was swiping on Tinder at my place. He made a face and said, "Dude, isn't this your girlfriend?" He turned his phone to me, and there she was, my girlfriend Alyssa. Same smile, same pictures she'd posted on Instagram. Profile active 1 day ago. Now, I didn't explode. I didn't storm over or start a screaming match. I just saved the screenshot and sat with it for a day, wondering what the hell to do. Maybe it was old. Maybe she forgot to delete it. Maybe there was some stupid explanation. I wanted to believe that. So, the next day, I asked her to come over. We ordered Thai food, watched some dumb reality show she liked, and eventually, when we were both sitting on the couch, I brought it up. "Hey," I started casually. "So, Jared saw your Tinder profile yesterday." She looked up, eyes slightly wide, then immediately laughed, like it was the funniest thing she'd ever heard. "Oh my God, are you serious right now?" she said, shaking her head. "You're being so dramatic." "I'm not accusing you," I said calmly. "I just want to understand. Why is it active?" She rolled her eyes. "It's old, I never deleted it. And anyway, it's not like I'm using it. Jared probably just saw it because of some algorithm thing. It said active 1 day ago." She shrugged, laughing again. "So what? Maybe I opened it by mistake. I don't even remember." "Jesus, are you going to break up with me over that? You're being ridiculous." That's when the laughter started to sting. The way she mocked me, like I was stupid for even bringing it up. "I'm just trying to understand," I said. "Well, maybe don't be so insecure," she snapped. "I can't believe you're grilling me about something that means nothing." I let the silence stretch a little. Then I said, "Okay, cool. Then just show me your phone." Her smile froze. "What? Your phone?" I repeated. "Just open the app. Show me. If it's nothing, it'll take 5 seconds." She leaned back, suddenly defensive. "Why should I? It's my personal stuff. I don't go through your phone. I'm not asking to read your texts. I'm asking you to open Tinder and show me it's not active." "Wow," she said, getting up. "You know what? This is controlling behavior. You're acting insecure and immature." That's when I knew. She could have proved me wrong in 2 clicks. But instead, she made it about me. She stood near the kitchen now, arms crossed, pacing like she was the one who'd been blindsided. I stayed on the couch, just watching her. "Why are you acting like I'm guilty?" she said sharply. I didn't answer right away. I just kept looking at her, not yelling, not accusing, just waiting. And she hated it. The silence, the lack of chaos, the fact that I wasn't giving her a meltdown she could point to later. She kept talking, trying to provoke me. But I stayed calm, and I think that unnerved her more than anything. Because in that moment, she realized the game wasn't working anymore. She kept pacing, looking for something, an excuse, an angle, a way to spin it. I could see her running through a list in her head, trying to figure out which reaction might work best. Denial, anger, guilt tripping. But none of them were landing. I stayed seated, calm. "Alyssa," I finally said, "you're right. You said I'm being immature." Maybe I was, until now. She narrowed her eyes, suspicious, waiting for the punchline. I stood up slowly, not aggressive, just steady. I walked over to the counter, picked up the glass of water I had poured earlier, took a sip, and looked at her. "I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to scream. But I'm not stupid either." She scoffed, "Then stop acting like it." "I'm asking one last time," I said, my voice steady. "Either show me your Tinder app right now, or pack your things and leave." She blinked. It hit differently this time. "No jokes. No insults," I added. "Just one choice." You could practically hear the air shift in the room. She looked stunned for a second, like she didn't think I had it in me. She was so used to having control of the conversation, turning everything around on me, turning herself into the victim. But this time, there was nothing to twist. It was plain, direct. Her voice softened immediately. "Babe, come on. Are we really doing this?" "Yeah," I said. "We are." She took a step closer. "I told you it was nothing. I didn't even message anyone." "Then show me." She glanced at her phone on the table and back at me. I watched her face as the mask slipped. Her jaw clenched just slightly. A flicker of panic she tried to bury. I could see her choosing between damage control and confession. She didn't pick up the phone. Instead, she tried a different tactic, tears. Not full-on sobbing, but that shaky voice, red eyes kind of thing that says, I'm about to cry if you keep pressing. I didn't think it would go this far, she whispered. I didn't mean to hurt you. You already did. She looked down. I didn't meet him or anything. I don't know. I got bored. I wanted to feel something. I nodded slowly. So you were looking for someone else while lying to my face? No, she said quickly. I wasn't serious. It was just dumb curiosity. I only swiped. I never planned to follow through. I looked at her phone sitting 5 feet away. Then show me. She swallowed hard and sat down. I can't, she said softly. I didn't react. I didn't ask why. I just nodded. She looked at me again, more fragile now. I just need you to understand. I wasn't trying to replace you. I was just in my head. It was one time. So you did meet someone? Her eyes welled up. She hesitated, then nodded slightly. I met him once. Nothing happened. We just talked, and, okay, we kissed. That's all. She said it like she expected that confession to win her points for honesty. That's not nothing, Alyssa. She didn't argue. Her silence said more than anything else. I stepped back and pointed to the bedroom. Pack your stuff. Tonight. No, please, her voice cracked. Don't end it like this. Can't we talk about it more? I didn't respond. I sat back down on the couch. I think part of her expected me to come back with conditions, some sort of emotional ransom, but I didn't. Because at that point, it wasn't a relationship anymore. It was a decision. She didn't move right away. She just sat there, hunched slightly forward, elbows on her knees, looking at the floor like it might give her an answer. The room felt still, heavy, like even the furniture was waiting for her next move. I didn't sleep with him, she said quietly. I swear. I didn't reply. I wasn't looking for reassurance at that point. I wasn't even angry anymore. Just tired. Tired of half-truths. Tired of emotional gymnastics. Tired of always feeling like I had to prove I was worth loyalty. She looked up. I only met him once. It was some guy I matched with like a week ago. We went for drinks. I just wanted to feel. I don't know. Wanted, I guess. You didn't feel wanted with me? I asked. Not sarcastically, just genuinely confused. I did, she said quickly. I do. But it's different. You're always so steady. So calm. Sometimes it feels like, I don't know, like I'm just part of your routine. That one stung, more than I expected. Because I had tried. I cooked her favorite meals, planned trips, remembered all the little things. I thought being steady was a good thing. I didn't know it meant boring in her head. She wiped her face. I messed up. I know. But please don't end this over one mistake. One mistake? I asked. She paused again. Okay, maybe more than one. Maybe I talked to a couple guys. Maybe I liked the attention. But I didn't plan on leaving you. That's not how relationships work, I said. You don't get to shop around for something better while keeping someone as a backup plan. Her face twisted like she wanted to defend herself, but she didn't. Maybe she finally realized there wasn't much to say. I stood up and walked into the bedroom, grabbed the overnight bag she always left in my closet, and brought it out. I didn't throw it or shove it at her. I just placed it on the coffee table. She looked at it like it was radioactive. Please don't do this, she whispered, now crying for real. I sat down again, looked her in the eye. You made a choice. All I'm doing is respecting it. She put her head in her hands, and for the first time, I think it hit her that this was real, that I wasn't bluffing, and no speech was going to walk it back. She sat there for a long time, sniffling, trying to slow her breathing. Then, eventually, she stood up and went into the bedroom to grab the rest of her stuff. She didn't slam the door. She didn't curse or lash out. She just moved slowly, quietly, like someone walking through the fog after realizing they were never going to reach the shore. 15 minutes later, she came back out with her duffel and her purse. She stood at the door for a second, eyes red, shoulders shaking. I never wanted to hurt you, she said. I nodded. But you did. I'll regret this for a long time, she added. I didn't say anything else. Just opened the door. And she left. That night, I sat on the couch alone, staring at the blank TV screen, wondering how it all fell apart over something as stupid as a Tinder notification. But the truth is, it wasn't just Tinder. It was trust. And once that's gone, no app, no apology, no tearful confession can patch the hole. So yeah, she laughed during our fight. But I wasn't the one who ended up walking away alone.